Hello, I'm Eric Ford, Professor of Astronomy and Astrophysics in the Center for Exoplanets and Habitable Worlds at the Pennsylvania State University. And I was a grad of St. Andrews from 1995. I want to tell you a little bit about the upcoming solar eclipse, and particularly why it's of interest to astronomers. First, a little bit about the frequency of eclipses. Sometimes we think of them as being extremely rare. Well, they're actually not that rare. There's a solar eclipse somewhere on Earth, roughly once every 18 months. Of course, most of them are visible from remote parts of the Earth where there's few inhabitants or even over the oceans. And particularly a total solar eclipse is a narrow swath, and the eclipse also lasts for just a few minutes. The totality of the eclipse, that is. And so many people might miss it even if it did pass near them if they weren't able to plan in advance. You can imagine in the olden days, seeing a solar eclipse from a given location, which might only occur once every several generations, would be a quite special event. As an astronomer, we're interested in the additional types of observations that are possible during an eclipse. In particular, the sun has outer layers known as the corona that extend beyond what we normally think of the surface of the star, but we don't see them because the starlight's so bright. Sort of like if you look for a firefly next to a searchlight. The searchlight would be so bright you wouldn't notice the faint things nearby. So why are we able to see the corona of the sun during a total solar eclipse? Well, the moon is beyond Earth's atmosphere, so normally the sky is blue because sunlight comes in, bounces off of air molecules, and makes the sky have some illumination. Well, during a totally solar eclipse, the moon beyond the Earth's atmosphere blocks that starlight before it gets to the atmosphere. And so then you're able to see the outer layers of the sun that normally you would lose in the glare of the main sun. So that's quite exciting. If you want to look at the sun, well, you should have a cool pair of eclipse glasses, or use what's known as a pinhole camera. Now, with eclipse glasses, you'll notice they basically look like a mirror, aluminum foil or something. And that's because they're basically reflecting all the sunlight that comes in, bounces off, and only a teeny fraction passes through. If you try to do something like glasses or two pairs of glasses or something, don't do it. It's a really bad idea. Of course, normally you would never stare at the sun because it hurts your eyes. But if someone says, ooh, there's an eclipse now, you want to look at it, you might be tempted to try to look at it for longer and potentially damage your eyes. So don't do it, even if you think you can see that ultraviolet light and stuff can damage it. So it's just not worth it. Another nice technique that actually can work even better is what's known as a pinhole camera. You can make it with a piece of cardboard and a hole and another piece of cardboard and a white piece of paper in the back. You can use a colander, a cheese grater, a gap in leaves. They'll probably occur naturally just from sitting around a tree. It actually kind of makes some interesting art and photography opportunities as well. They allow you to observe the sun's disk and see the fraction that's being blocked by the moon. Of course, today it's mostly a curiosity and sort of fun opportunity to educate people about astronomy, but it's also been used to do things like measure the distance to the moon. It's kind of funny when we hear about, oh, people didn't realize the Earth was round, when there were so many opportunities to recognize the relationships of the heavens, and actually some people did, but the knowledge didn't necessarily get out or stick around. Okay, well, I'm hoping I'll be able to observe the solar eclipse. I hope weather cooperates where you are. Good luck, and enjoy!